Well, hello there, YouTube. It's the Barbecue Rockstar here, coming to you live today, December 23rd, 2020, the year of the year that we hope we can forget. Well, this year I did get this smoker. I got this smoker, I received this smoker about a month ago. This is the Lone Star Grill's 30-inch vertical smoker. And if you're watching this video, you already know all about it. You know, I'm really proud of it. But anyway, that's not what this video is about today, guys. Today, this video is about what it takes to keep your brand new investment healthy. And by that, I mean this big monster here. We just got done doing our first major cook earlier, well, actually late last week. We did some briskets, we did some pork shoulders, and we did a bunch of ribs. So I just broke everything down, scrubbed everything out with just hot water, and I've re-seasoned everything, paying close attention to my firebox. The most important part of your pit, guys, that's the engine and the transmission of your pit. I happen to have the 1/2 inch thick, and over there I've got the ash pan and the big grate. But anyway, a couple things that jumped out at me, man, that I wasn't really anticipating when I was cleaning out the pit. Number one, I cook with water in the belly of mine down there. Sorry, you could see those tuning plates. But I cook with water down there, typically. And I had about 10 gallons going in there. And man, I'll tell you, the food, folks, came out wonderfully. I'll tell you what. Those ribs, I've got people in New Jersey, Adam Day, shout out. I've got people down in Florida. I've got people in California. I've got people in Washington State who want me to start shipping them product after some word of mouth got out. But a couple of things jumped out at me, folks, on when I've started to clean this thing out. Number one, I noticed there's a lot of exposed welds and whatnot in this pit. Way back there in the corner. And that one's not so bad, but there are some, like, see that right there, that silver part way back there? Right there? That is an exposed weld. So I've already cleaned this thing out, like I said, with hot water and a nylon bristle brush. I got most of the gunk out. These tuning plates were terrible. They were all gunked up. Excuse me while I retune my pit here. One second, guys, sorry about that. And I'm doing it with one hand, but that's about right. All the way up, butted up, about 3/4 of an inch there, and about 1.5 inches there. So that's how I tune my pit. But one thing I just want to say, guys, is all these little, right in there. I've only used this pit once. You see that right in there? That's a weld, and it looks like there's already a little bit of rust forming right there on top of that weld. Folks, these things are expensive, man. These pits are, this one's over $5 grand. So you want to keep it healthy. So you want to keep it clean. And the old saying goes, if you want to cook good Q, there's some things you got to do. And I know I didn't make that cheesy line up. I'm just reverberating it. But folks, you got to keep them clean, spray them down. I go to the dollar store, Dollar Tree, and I get this stuff, this canola spray oil. It's $1 a can. And folks, because I do mine 3 times, I spray it down 3 times, even up in the chimney stacks. Look, see if this, there we go, now we're adjusted, there we go. One of these days I'll get on YouTube Studio and do this for real. Thank y'all for putting up with my unedited footage. Y'all better look out. When I learn how to edit, y'all are in trouble. But anyway, folks, my main thing is, if there's someone out there that's watching this that is maybe contemplating buying a smoker like this, first of all, I do highly recommend it. It's money well spent. If you really are serious about barbecuing, you cook barbecue a lot, you have a lot of friends, a lot of family, customers. I know caterers that use these. I know restaurant people who have these. These are definitely commercial grade. Going back to, see those exposed welds? See that silver right there, that silver? Those are exposed welds, folks. You really got to hit those heavy with that oil. Those are not covered. Those are not treated. There's no coating on there. The only coating comes out of $1 can of canola oil. Again, close attention to the door. The most hot parts of the grill are going to be that and that. And of course, the ceiling of it all right up there. But anyway, like I said, as I was going, I just noticed some things up underneath here. For example, your drip tray, all that needs to be sprayed. Your thermometer, you need to keep your analog thermometer clean. Keep that oil down, keep all the gunk off of there. And all your trays, your grates, I should say. And I could do another whole video on just how I learned how to do these really quick and simply and effectively and very thoroughly. I just take a nylon bristle brush and I brush them down, and yes, there will be some particulate left on there like you see there. That's okay. I've sprayed over that with canola oil, so that will all bake in and become part of my flavor for the next cook. But all the big stuff I've already brushed off of there. The message I'm trying to convey, folks, here is just, it's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work to get this thing up to temp. It takes me about 1 hour and 15 minutes to get this pit to 250, 275. 1 hour and 15 minutes. And that's loading that son of a bitch down right there. I mean, I'm loading wood in there, folks. I've got about 5, start with 5 splits once I get my charcoal fire going. 5 splits. And it takes 1 hour and 15 minutes to get this whole chamber right here, 250, 275. Now, of course, when it gets to about 225, I back off the damper down here. Your damper, I close that damper up a little bit. I run wide open up there, and I close that damper down to about halfway and then 1/4 of the way. And then once I settle in, I open that damper way back up and run full bore all the way through there. I burn a lot of fuel in this thing, guys. I'll burn roughly 3 splits an hour. Most people do 1 split an hour. I don't know why, but this one requires about 3 splits an hour to maintain 250, 275, which is what I like to do on this big pit. Anyway, folks, if you've sat through this 7-minute video, I hope you've gotten something out of it. Oh, one more thing I want to mention real quick, and then I'll let you guys go. You see all this yellowing, what you see that looks yellow and looks dirty? That's not, folks. That is the aerosol spray bubbling up. That is the 3rd application, especially on your rails right here, very important. Your drip tray, very important. Anything that's exposed welding, very important, right here. That's my 3rd coating, so I'm not gonna wipe that down. Everything else I've wiped down twice. That 3rd coating, I'm letting it sit just like that, folks. I'm just gonna let it sit right like that. My ash pan over here, that's my 3rd coating on my ash pan. See how it's got that shine to it? I'm not gonna wipe that down. My grill grate, that's my 3rd application there. I'm not gonna wipe that down because I'm gonna wind up putting my fire management basket with all those coals back in there, okay? And I'll probably be doing a cook tomorrow, which is Christmas Eve 2020. Hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas. Happy New Year. Don't forget my birthday's on the 28th of December. So if you feel like giving me a birthday gift, don't worry about it. I don't need a birthday gift. Just give me a shout out. Grumpus, how you doing, man? We'll talk to you guys soon. Happy New Year. Love you all. Talk to you later. Rockstar out.